Xbox.
Yes. Can we talk about the thumbnail of that direct? Can we please just talk about it real
What
quick?
is your issue with the thumbnail?
David, put a graphic right about here-ish of the
Don't you
graphic.
think you're nitpicking?
This is admittedly small. And again, this isn't everything I have to say about the direct. And some of these things may surprise you, but we're going to get to that. But first, we have to address the elephant in the room. If you make a thumbnail, you're trying to make a good impression right off the bat. Why does this look like it was made in MS Paint? I know, I'm sure it was made in-house, but at the same time, is this your marketing budget? That's almost as bad as the new Walmart logo that they released. Somebody had to do a press conference at the Walmart HQ and said, people, I would like to show you the new face of our company. Here you see our old logo, and now the future. Where's the bold button? Let me make this a slightly darker blue. That's essentially what they did with the thumbnail of this thing. It looked like some MS Paint. Okay, let me take this, put this right here. Let's just put a grid background. Let's scribble some shit over here. Xbox.
This feels so nitpicky.
This is an Xbox.
This is giving very nitpicky, Joe.
Oh, yeah, straight up.
Okay.
So let's get to
As long as you're aware.
Actual content itself.
Can we talk about that too?
Really quick, I want to address a comment real quick. Somebody said drop the link for that jacket though.
I got it.
Drop that link. Tori, you wanna flex? Show it off a little bit?
Yeah.
Show off what you got. Show off the drip.
Just don't.
Show them the drip. It's alright, it fell off.
Damn.
I was literally about to say don't do that. It's okay. It's all good. Check
It's
it out.
alright. Look
Check
at
it
that.
out. Look at that.
Don't he look fresh?
Yeah.
Ain't he clean though?
I do have one other thing I would like to point out.
Is it nitpicky, Joe?
I wouldn't. It's not a nitpick per se.
Just go be messy. Do what you do.
It's just an observation. I find it kind of funny. You know, you go to other directs, you go to like a PlayStation showcase, and you know they got like a good handful of games to show. You know, can't even really even put a number to it. You go to a Nintendo Direct, you know they got a plethora of games and some heavy hitters. 4 games.
I think it was 5.
4.
Hold on.
So is that not enough?
4.5.
I mean,
Is that not enough,
it's
or are you
not-
being
I mean,
greedy?
Just
Only-
because they have 4 or 5 games in this direct,
Only
that-
2
it
of which
doesn't
were
mean that
actually
that's all that
exclusives.
they're ever going to come out.
Whatever happened to quality over quantity?
It doesn't matter. They just want to. Anytime you watch these Nintendo Directs and PlayStation, how many of these games are you getting and playing?
There's
Because
a
I've
pretty good
watched
amount.
many of them, and I was like, I've only played like 2 of them. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you can give me 100 options. Chances are I'm probably only gonna pick 1 or 2 of them. I mean,
Going by the numbers, I still just find it funny that it's only 4. But that's beside the point. Let's talk about the actual games themselves.
Okay.
How about that? Okay.
Are you happy about any of those?
I am.
I'm surprised.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
first one, this one was already going to get my vote. Was of course they're doing a re-release of Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
are those games any good?
Yeah, I mean it's Ninja Gaiden. You know.
Wait. You're
I've never played.
okay.
Okay, we'll put it this way. Have you
okay.
played Devil May Cry? Any of the Devil May Cry games? Have you played any of the Bayonetta games?
No.
Have you played God of War, the old one?
I played the latest one.
But you never played God of Wars 1 through 3?
You missing out on a lot of good games.
Chains of
I thought-
Exile.
Wait, hold on, wait. I thought you was a gamer.
I am a gamer. I was poor when those games came out. I had no
You
money.
were terrible. How you gonna laugh at that just right away and be like,
That's crazy.
yeah, man, I'm sorry.
I couldn't afford those games.
So please buy a cloak from Anime Ape so Tori can play these games now.
Yes, please. Promo code TRAPPED. I'll put it in the chat one more time.
Every coat you buy is a game that Tori can finally play.
For just one
I'm glad that
Anime
was funny,
8
man.
coat, you can save Tori's financial distress from getting ripped on by Dave
The
over
best I could do about these games, when these games came out, the best I could do was watch G4 and watch other people play the game.
here. Fair enough.
I had to live vicariously through other people playing or going over somebody else's houses and watching them play. I couldn't afford it. I didn't have the privilege of getting these.
Okay.
games back.
Can I ask a question though? But some of these games we're talking about are like the last 3-4 years. You've bought games in the last 3-4 years. I've
Which
seen
games?
And they've
Which
had
games?
some
Huh?
re-releases.
Which
Don't,
game?
Hold on,
don't
hold
do
on.
that.
Hold on.
Which game?
Game.
Which game?
You first of all, you bought what's that game? You bought the Avengers twice.
Okay.
That was $60 twice. That's
That was in 2020. I had them FEMA checks coming in. Don't do that.
Okay, you could have bought other games.
What game?
The class. Okay.
Okay.
Just
So
so you know.
so you wanted me to You
Well,
wanted me to
I'm
buy.
saying Ninja Gaiden is known as one of the best action games.
I would have had to start from one. I don't
Okay.
want to. I don't. I don't.
Let me go ahead and say this. I wouldn't say that Ninja Gaiden is like, as far as like the action adventure hack and slash character action games, I wouldn't say it's like the best of its genre. I would put Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, Nier Automata. I would put
Ninja
those
Gaiden
a
2
bit.
was known as being
Oh
up
no, no,
there.
no. Like I said, there's
Okay.
still fantastic games, and even 3, even some though some people didn't like it, I still had a lot of fun with it.
Sure.
But the overall vibe is, you go from area to area, maybe do a little bit of exploring and some collection and stuff like that. But you fight off like waves of enemies. You're doing combos. You're switching between different weapons, charging up to do special attacks, boss fights, kick-ass music, and then some story in between. So it's a character action game as you would expect. So, and just from like, and now this is like the first new one that we're actually getting in a long ass time. So very exciting news. The re-release of 2, great news for people that haven't played it or want to play an updated version of it. I just downloaded the collection on my PC, which was only released not too long ago, so I'm good there. But 4, the footage of that, incredible. The visuals are crazy. The action crazy. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I'm excited for that.
Can I add one thing though?
Please do.
So it is a remake as far as the game, so it's updated graphics, Unreal Engine 5, as far as Ninja Gaiden 2 Black.
Yes.
So Unreal Engine, new game, but for Xbox, it's on Game Pass right now.
Good
So
to
that's the
know.
thing. The game is available now. It's on PS5 and other consoles, et cetera, et cetera. But if you have Game Pass, you can download it right now without an additional purchase.
So, putting aside Dave with that check from Xbox in his back pocket.
That's a good point.
That's.
Wait a second. How can you just breeze past it? That's a W for Xbox.
I mean, sure, but at the same time, the Ninja Gaiden collection was only released like I think a few years ago, a year, maybe a year.
Yeah, but this is the updated Unreal
Yeah.
Engine version.
Yeah.
If you have an Xbox, you can play it without additional. I'm downloading it
Right.
right now as we speak.
But I mean, of course, like
Or
the
the-
real selling point here
No,
is
fun.
Ninja Gaiden 4. Ninja Gaiden 4 is the hype new shit that we all want to play. Thank you, Xbox, for showing it first. I'll be playing it elsewhere. Thank you.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Now, to add to that, even Ninja Gaiden 4, they said that even that game is going to be on Game Pass. So again, if you're an
Good
Xbox,
to know. I'll be playing it elsewhere. Thank you.
I'm aware, but I'm just saying that's another W for Xbox. The fact that a brand new game that everybody is hyped for is going to be available for no purchase for Xbox fans. That's a W for Xbox.
It is still technically for purchase, but anyway, good to
Not
know.
exactly. No, games. Hold on, Joe. Games are now $70. That's the $70 I can.
But there's a
spend.
clear difference between paying for something cheaper and not paying at all. Your wording is if you're getting
No,
it for free.
what I worded was for no additional purchase.
Oh,
You heard me.
additional.
Asia, wait a second. Now one more thing too. So the game Ninja Gaiden 4, right, is actually developed by Platinum Games. If you guys don't know, they
Yeah.
developed all the Bayonetta games. They also developed.
I mean, Nier Automata,
Yeah.
Bayonetta series,
What was the game
Metal
on-
Gear Rising.
Oh, yes, the classic. Yeah. So
Fucking love that game.
Asia, something happened with you and Bayonetta.
Okay, so
Buckle up for this one, Chad.
in my small defense, I did not know what Bayonetta was rated. So basically, what had happened was when I had left one of my schools, I had some of my students found me on Instagram and we just kept in contact. So one of my students, he sent me his grades at the end of like the first quarter of school or whatever. And I was like, oh my gosh, great job. You know what? I knew he was a gamer. I'm like, you got like all A's and B's. I'll get you whatever video game you want. So he asked for Animal Crossing.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, oh, I looked the game up. I'm like, oh, this is cute. So I just sent it to his house. End of the semester comes around. He shows me his grades again. And I'm like, okay, you let me know what video game you want and I got you. So he's like, I really want this Bayonetta game. And I this time, I didn't look it up. I was just like, yeah, no problem. Sent it to him. And then I'm talking to you guys about it. You guys were like, you did what? And I didn't realize it. So like Bayonetta is like really,
Explicit.
it is.
I mean, okay, let's in your defense, it's not like a fucking porn game or anything. Like she's the character of Bayonetta will use her sexuality as a weapon.
That is crazy.
How infuriating would it be for you in this hypothetical scenario? You, a kind of crazy angel demon monster the size of a shopping mall, and suddenly you have this puny little human who wears her hair as clothes, wiggling her ass in your face while kicking your ass simultaneously.
But
You'd be
Joe,
pretty pissed, right? But it would be badass to
this is
play.
also a high school, I think, junior.
He was a junior.
Yeah.
But imagine
So
his
he
mom.
was mature for
But
his
imagine his
age.
mom walking in on some
Oh.
Yeah.
bayonetta.
Yeah.
I was-
Definitely.
I was hoping, I'm like, I hope that his parent never finds out about this, because if I get a call about why did you buy my child this, I deserve whatever smoke was
I
coming.
mean, you better
to
be
me.
buying him GTA at this point.
Dang, really? Listen.
Look,
Okay,
Asia.
I'm sorry. In my small defense, how do we go from Animal Crossing to Bayonetta?
Animal
In my
Crossing.
small defense, I
Animal
thought they were
Crossing
like,
is
I
pretty
thought
dope.
Bayonetta was the sequel to Animal Crossing.
Okay. See,
My fault.
to an extent,
I'm not a gamer.
to an extent, you messed up, and you as an English and language major, you probably should have caught that. The name bayonet, there's a name of a weapon in the name, but
Again.
that's fine. It's okay. You didn't know. And the greatest silver lining in all of this person got to enjoy the Bayonetta franchise.
He finished it in like 3 days. He
It's a
texted me when he
win-win.
was done. He was like, Miss Thomas, I finished the game. And I'm just like, I'm so glad you. I was just happy for the kid.
Exactly. So, hey, youngin, I hope you got to that Rodon fight. I'm pulling for you. Good job.
Okay, I want this. So you didn't read the back of the box.
I went to Amazon, I typed in the name of the game, and I just pressed send.
You didn't see blood, gore, intense violence,
I
nudity, strong
didn't
language.
read it. I
suggestive
sent
things.
the game. Listen, if I took the first game and it said Animal Crossing, and I see some cute little animals, I'm assuming that the next game he asked for is the sequel to that.
I've got to
My
ask,
bad.
what did you actually think the game was? Like, what was your mental image?
I thought okay, so it's Bayonet. I saw that the box was purple.
Yeah.
There was something purple on. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, this is colorful. Okay, cute. Boop, boop, boop.
Little, like-
Oh my gosh, everybody in the chat talking about, oh, she messed up. Oh,
Again, they got
yeah.
to play Bayonetta. It's okay.
My bad, y'all.
Yeah, but going back to Asia, it's all right. You know, minor slip up, but they got to play Bayonetta 3. I don't think that's a bad thing.
We had a great time too.
But yeah, that is Platinum Games. They made the
You'll
Bayonetta
get him
series.
next time.
They also
No, no more games. No, miss.
they also
I'm done
did
with that.
Wonderful 101. There you go. That was another good one. But yeah, so the joint efforts of Platinum Games with Koei Tecmo, match made in heaven. I'm excited for that. And like I said, the visuals are crazy. Like these fucking neon lights and signs, and you do the slashes, and then the background goes red, and it's got the black blood splatter ink thing.
Okay.
I'm here for it. I'm ready. Let's go. Okay, win for Xbox in the sense that it was shown at Xbox. I'll still be playing it elsewhere.
And it's on Game Pass.
I'll still be playing it elsewhere.
Oh
Thank
my god.
That's
Okay.
that pride. I told you.
They had 2 other games they showed as well. One of
Yes.
them was at South of Midnight.
you. All right,
action
are we
adventure.
talking about that one right now?
Oh, I mean, there's only a couple of games to talk about. So
True.
Yeah, y'all don't have much.
Yeah,
Only 4. Okay, but South of Midnight,
yeah.
cold. Like legitimately impressive. You know, we've got representation of Southern black family. It's stuff you don't see too often.
I don't know. I'm almost tired. I'm just playing.
There's definitely that in the comments sections, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But the art style is very nice.
It
A
reminds,
good excuse to
it
not run the
reminds
game at
me of
60 frames per
those,
second, but that's cool. It's part of the art style. That's fine.
It reminds me of those Telltale series type artwork.
Kinda. Yeah. Like the more cel-shaded kind of thing. But this is definitely a step above that. Like I said, the art style, fantastic. Like there was even a giant peach in the background. It kind of gave off James and the Giant Peach vibes. But no, that was cool.
Oh, that was my book back in the day.
See? And I
Send
bet
me
you
that. I will look.
I bet you read it in like 2 minutes.
I did. That was. Oof.
Did you ever
Who was the
read-
author? Was that Roald Dahl?
Look,
Chocolate Factory?
Look, I liked them, but I didn't like it that bad. Anyway, and it's another kind of action adventure character action game. So as soon as I saw that, I'm like, okay, you know what? This is looking right up my alley. I'm still not buying an Xbox, but I will say, you know what? I would even be down to play that game on stream.
Oh, okay. And you're talking about South of Midnight.
Hell yes.
South of Midnight, you'll play. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I like the little.
I hope it
weave-
lives up to the
I like the different weave powers she was using because I've never even seen that. She was doing
Yeah.
something cool where like she's weaving like different threads and using it in attacks and stuff. So it looks cool to me.
The one trailer you were watching today, I want to see you play that
Oh,
one.
that was the one that Joe was just talking about.
Well,
Yeah.
That was Ninja Gaiden 4.
Okay, yeah. I like watching you play the game, so that's my input with video games.
Yeah. Ken Boy says, I haven't seen James and the Giant Peach in forever. That is a classic.
Oh yeah, I gotta pull that up.
That is a classic. And then they showed one other game. It was the, if I'm saying it right, Claire Obscure Expedition.
As far as another new game.
Yeah.
That's an actual exclusive as well. Like,
Wait, hold on.
is that when the exclusive?
That one is exclusive to, well, do you count exclusive if it's on PC? It's on Xbox and
No.
PC.
Well, because they have Game
No.
Thank
Pass
you,
on
Master
PC,
Lynch.
though.
I knew it was. I was correct about who the author was.
They have
There
Game
you
Pass on
That was during my
PC.
Charlie
I mean,
Chocolate
it's still
Factory
I think we should
Xbox.
still count that as
property.
exclusive because a lot of games are on PlayStation and PC now too. They'll do like Spider.
Yeah, which means it's not exclusive anymore.
Okay, but
let me
Joe,
let me break something down
Oh,
for you.
God.
A couple of games on that are PlayStation that I do like. Days Gone, fantastic game. Shame that it's not getting a sequel, but hey, what can you do? Was a PlayStation exclusive, made by PlayStation Studios. Now I can play it on PC. I don't have that reason to get a PS5. Sorry. Returnal, which I have just started playing I think last week. Fantastic game. Metroid vibes out the ass. Right up my alley. Dope as shit. Was on PlayStation. Made by PlayStation Studios. Now it's on PC. And I can mod it to look like Samus. Another reason not to get an Xbox. Stellar Blade. Dope looking game. You know, some reviews, I guess, and some people are mad that there's Korean asses in it, whatever. But was a good selling point for me to maybe potentially get a PS5. But now there's rumors floating around that it may come to PC. So guess what? One less reason for me to get a PS5. Exclusives matter.
Okay.
Now, let me tell you this. Now, on the one hand, maybe if I wanted to get a PS5, just to make things convenient, because I know you like that word, David, that would be a good incentive. But at the same time, it's like, even if I'm truly a fan of something, or if I'm truly excited for something, your software will make me buy your hardware.
Mm-hmm.
How long has the Nintendo Switch been out?
It was like 8 years.
Yeah, like since like 2016 something. I don't do math, but I went a long ass time, skipped over a ton of great games that I still haven't played. I still haven't played Mario Odyssey. I still haven't played the 2 Zelda games on the Switch. I know, David, shut up.
I have that.
That's fine, but those games didn't make me want to buy a Switch. I bought a Switch for Metroid Dread.
Wait, what's that?
And I bought it twice.
What does it say?
Oh, so real quick, Snapback Pat says Switch 2 hardware is terribly made. Do we know yet? I feel like
Even
it's
if
kinda,
it is.
I think it's kind of early to say.
And again, it's not like, okay, we say terribly made.
Oh,
It's just
the controllers. And then Master Lynch says my Switch is glaring at me glaring at me as I'm on my PS5, shaking my head.
And that's fine. That's fine. Like I said, I haven't touched my Switch in a good while. But if I want to play it, I'll play it for
Now,
Bayonetta 3
I need to
or
respond to
Metroid
something
Dread.
you were saying. Now,
Right.
I will say, Joe, you said that it doesn't count if the game is on Xbox and PC. I will say I think it does, and here's why.
Go ahead.
Because you got to keep in mind that the majority of console players, a lot of those people, that's a different crowd than the PC player. There are some people that just buy consoles, and PC is over there. So the fact that it's on Xbox exclusively and
There's
not
a
on
slight disagreement I have with you there.
No, I'm saying there are some gamers, and I think a large majority of gamers who just say, yo, is it a PlayStation, is it an Xbox, this? Because there is a little bit of a barrier of entry to get into PC gaming. You have to have the knowledge, there's updates, there's hardware, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm saying between the average gamer when it comes to the 3 consoles,
Yeah, you're just going to go with the small
yeah, they're
time.
not thinking about PC. So I still think that's a W as far as exclusivity for Xbox if it's still on PC. Because some people just look at the big 3 anyway.
But for those of us that do have the option of playing on a PC, that's still one less reason and one less incentive to buy an Xbox.
True.
Even if you're not getting an Xbox, isn't it still considered a Microsoft product, Xbox product that you're using? It's just Xbox, because Xbox has where you can play Xbox games on the computer as well.
But again, at that point, it's still how much of a win is it for them?
That's still an Xbox win. That's just like me. Yeah.
I mean, on paper,
That's
yeah.
just like, oh, well, we have CDs and we have VHS cassette tapes or whatever, and we're still selling the same thing. Like you're just either where you have a cassette player or or a CD player, it's still the same product coming from the same company. You're just playing it on a different
Snapback
media
Pat
player.
says it's all Microsoft, and then Master Lynch says I need someone to talk me into getting Breath of the Wild or Tears in the Kingdom. I've played Breath of the Wild
Yeah,
personally, and it was actually my first Zelda game. I'll be honest, it's a great game.
Yeah, and
Like,
even for the way that you describe how you play games
hmm
and how you're not even really fan of the concept of open world or
hmm
having to actually, this is going to sound so inflammatory, but I don't give a fuck, figure out where to go on your own. You would rather have like an arrow that points, hey, dumbass, go that way.
I like
Hey,
open world.
dumbass, press this button at this time,
hmm
that type of thing.
I need that too.
I like
It's
open world.
and I understand Asia,
I need that.
but like I said, for me it was just surprising that you of all people
hmm
had dived into the Zelda game that way.
Yeah, and
But
I beat that.
it's cool.
Yeah, it was
It's
cool.
cool. You know,
So
happy for you.
there was one more game they showed. They also showed Doom, the Dark Ages.
Yes.
That looked really dope to me. Tori, are you a Doom fan at all? You check out the trailer?
Uh, I haven't played any of the other Dooms aside from the original, but it looked good. I like it. Gameplay looked pretty decent.
He's got like a Captain America shield kind of thing,
I wouldn't say Captain America.
Bro, he boomeranged the shield off of an enemy and it came right back to the same spot. That's
It
Captain
says
America.
Captain America.
There's plenty of things that do that. There's other games where they have
Which
stuff
one
like
in the
that.
modern context of media is most famous for doing that?
Kratos did something like that. Who else did something like? There's other games. It's pretty much like a recall.
Look, I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I'm saying it's a plus. Hey, more stuff. Do that. And maybe people will buy an Xbox. Maybe.
I
But
don't even know how that would even correlate with Xbox.
just saying, look, it's they showcased it. I would hope that it would sell some
I'm
consoles.
pretty sure there's plenty of Doom players that were on it. You know, when it was on, was that Nintendo?
Probably.
It was
And
on.
Doom is not exclusive, by the way.
Of course
That is
not.
going to be, but it's going to be on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So before we move on to our next topic, Joe, one of our clips right now is going somewhat viral, around
Yep.
200,000 views
Yep.
on our clip page.
I'm not saying PlayStation is the best. Hell no.
I
But
said
it's
what-
above Xbox
And that-
for sure.
Wow.
But scientific fact. We need to fix the economic inequality here in America so people can stop settling for Xboxes and get PCs and PlayStations. Get a Nintendo on the side as well.
He's right.
Instead of getting these trash boxes.
Trash.
I wish that our other one was going viral, in which I broke down scientifically
Yes.
the comparison between PC, Nintendo, PlayStation, and Microsoft, because that argument is irrefutable. Don't at me about it. Just watch that one,
Yes.
because it breaks it down in better than words can describe.
So right now they are upset with you because you
Yeah.
said that you called the Xbox a trash box.
Yeah. Yep.
And you said it's scientific fact that
Yep.
it's at the bottom of the barrel.
100%.
There's a lot of people who are very upset with you right now. Can you
Mhm.
please respond to those viewers who are writing hate comments at you? For
Fuck
just,
you.
Wait, say
Mm.
wait, what?
Okay.
You heard it here, folks.
Somebody clip that. Okay, but in all
I
seriousness,
know where he lives at. If y'all need to know, I know where he lives. I'll
Oh, no,
drop
I
the
got-
Eddie. I'll
I
drop
got
the Eddie.
I got a whole bunch of Xbox heads over here. This is 4-1. All right.
His response to the hate.
My response is so. Look, and again, at the end of the day, I'm not some PlayStation shill. I'm not like, again, even like as big of a Nintendo fan as I am, I've largely sat out Nintendo throughout its biggest console generation, damn near in history, with the exception of Metroid Dread, because I had to get the Switch for that. And of course, I'm still excited for the Switch too. And of course, I play mostly on my PC now. I'm thankful that I'm able to do that. Thanks for them stimulus checks. That was a big help. As far as Xbox, still nothing but prejudice and bigotry towards, Microsoft, not towards the Microsoft players or Xbox owners, but towards Xbox itself. Throughout my entire history of gaming, I have not had a single good experience with Xbox consoles. My dad had an original Xbox, because you can't call it an Xbox One anymore. Thanks for that. The shit was glitchy as hell. We would
What?
rent.
Wait a minute. What, the
We
original
would rent
Xbox?
games from Blockbuster. we would rent games that were multi-platform. We got Midway Arcade Treasures 2 that had Mortal Kombat's 2 and 3 on it, as well as a bunch of other cool games. And when I played it on the Xbox compared to playing it on a GameCube, I ran into glitches all the time,
I don't know
hard
what glitches
crashes.
where was this? I have never heard of the Xbox glitch, and I've played.
You are
on,
an Xbox shill, so I don't
I'm
believe
not
a
an
word that you
Xbox-
say.
I'm not an Xbox shill. I've played on every.
But if you want to call that
platform.
completely anecdotal evidence, that's
Listen,
fine.
listen.
I
The
won't say
only
that.
argument anybody has that hates on Xbox is the 3 rings, and there have
We have to
been
get to that.
3 other Xboxes since then. You can't keep riding
But you
on the
cannot
same
deny.
story. If that's the case, I could be riding on the PlayStation robbed me. That's the reason why I don't want PlayStation, but I have a PlayStation.
Yeah, so how does that make sense?
So you're telling me not to play David's Xbox and to get a PS4, 5,
PC and a Switch first, but
PC, and it's okay. I already have. All right, I use his Switch. PC is
Ye-
preferred over PS4,
I mean, it does depend on what you want to play.
but trash box never.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said,
PS4 forever,
game
trash
on
box
everything.
never.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Except on Xbox.
Joe gets paid every time he says something negative about Xbox.
Oh, word. Am I just do I have a check from PlayStation in my pocket?
Mhm.
Even
No,
though
no,
I
whatever-
still don't own a
whatever-
PS5?
Whatever PC equipment, they pay this man to say, hey, just hate on Xbox.
Hey, look, if
Well-
they want to sponsor me, then hook me up because I need to upgrade my processor. But the point remains, again, what incentives is Microsoft giving you to buy an Xbox outside of Game Pass?
That when it comes to PS5 games, they said that less than 5% of games on the system are actually exclusive. So for someone who wants to get an Xbox where it's cheaper, you have Game Pass, is it worth the extra money for 5% of a catalog? It's not like all the games, even the top selling games, even half the games are exclusive. Most games are multi-plat anyway. So you're
Right.
talking about 5% or less of games.
But in the end of the day, out of the totality of what games are available on any system, you're not going to play everything. You may just need that 1 or 2 games that will sell you on getting a console and making that decision. Like I said, literally I was sold to finally get a Switch when Dread was dropping, when Bayonetta 3 was dropping. That's all I needed.
Okay.
Nintendo got the W.
Okay.
So
Right.
Master Lynch has a question.
So let
for
me ask you a
Tori.
question. If Dread
question
and
for
Bayonetta only came out on Xbox, would you get it?
probably, because at that point I'd be following the games that I'm actually passionate about.
Okay.
But they ain't got it like
Tori, a
that.
question from Master Lynch is the cloak warm?
It is. It's very warm. But
Will he be able to hunt a 9?
it depends on what the weather is like outside. I mean,
Look,
you can
yeah.
wear it outside, but if it's in the negatives, I probably wouldn't.
I would say you can just layer up a little bit.
Yeah,
more.
you should layer up a little bit more because, you want to be able to protect your neck at all times.
Yeah.